Welcome to Double Back for Ammo. My name is Dan, and I am very glad to revisit with you one of my favorite games of all time, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Originally released by Capcom back in 1999 and recently re-released on GOG.com. Good old games. This is a game that I have a deep personal and also professional connection to because I was fortunate and honored enough to write the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis official strategy guide for PlayStation when it first came out. This was my first strategy guide I ever wrote. I was so happy. I was over the moon because I was such a Resident Evil fanatic. You don't even know. And then a couple years later, I had the great honor of rewriting it again for the 2003 GameCube edition. And I got to basically correct all the mistakes in the first guide. So now I'm glad to replay the game again, share all my tips and tricks for playing the game, show you where all the items are and how to fight all the enemies. Also how to follow all of the paths in the game so that you can see all of the cutscenes and scenarios. This is going to be a very, very complete strategy guide for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, except in video this time. Quickly run down the alley, shoot this zombie until he falls over, and just until he falls over. Then climb over this dumpster and down.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive. Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there! How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't gonna be any rescue. We have to get out of here!
No! I'm not going anywhere! I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters! Now leave me alone!
All right, so you can actually go up to the door and search it to get some additional dialogue.
Told you! I'm not leaving! Never!
And yeah, there's like a little glitch with the door there. I don't know. Maybe it's my graphics card, not sure. Run across the warehouse here, search over here by the forklift to find a first aid spray. And then go around the corner here and check this locker with the green light to get the handgun bullets. You'll notice that you have these two game manuals. Go ahead and use each of them. If you hold down on the action button, you'll get through it more quickly, cancel out, and then use the other one. I'm just holding down on the X button because I'm using the PS5 controller to play this. Go ahead and reload your gun. And then head back over here and go up the stairs, if Jill will, please. You'll notice that the back door is locked. So turn around and go to the far end and go up the longer stairs. And go in this door. Right on the wall here, you'll find the warehouse key. If you check this in your inventory, it gets a different name, the back door key. Right, and over here on the far shelves, you'll find 2 gunpowder A. So, making gunpowder into weapons is an interesting mechanic. You just combine the reloading tool with the gunpowder to make more bullets. You could combine these 2 gunpowders to form a large jar of gunpowder AA, And then if you combine that with the reloading tool, you'll actually get more bullets than if you combine each of these individually. But the problem is you have like a grading system at making ammo, and your grade won't go up any higher unless you are combining individual gunpowder A's with the reloading tool. Then it will go up much faster. So let's combine each of these individually. See, we're making 15 bullets, and then we can combine them with our stack. And eventually, actually pretty quickly, if we keep doing it that way, we'll start making more and more bullets, and then we'll be able to make the enhanced ammo that's more powerful. Alright, over here on this side, we'll find some ink ribbons. You get these in sets of 3 in Resident Evil 3. I'm not going to save it this time. I'm going to go ahead and start arranging the interior of my item chest here. The knife is pretty useless in this game, and I'm going to store the first aid spray. We're only going to take the handgun, the bullets, and the backdoor key with me. So I'm not having to push the action button to go downstairs, go up or downstairs, and that's pretty nice. We can use the back door key, discard it, go through the door, and down this alley. Alright, turn to the side and go this way, past these zombies. You can get around this guy pretty easily. Notice the door? The door did a little wiggle there. Just off screen here, we should run into a guy. I didn't mean to literally run into him. Go all the way down to the end of this barricade and go through this door. The other door at the end there was locked. That's why I'm suggesting we go to this one. So if you run up the stairs here, there is, yeah, if you just go past it, there is a door here. If you just go check it. Alright, so let's follow that guy in the yellow vest. Notice the 2 green herbs here. Keep following that guy. There's a zombie down in the next camera angle here. Quickly get past him and this guy. And there's another guy. Keep going to the corner here. Climb up these pallets that are stacked up. And you can get the Uptown map right there. Now we can see the entire Uptown area. We can see the sales office way over there. We won't be able to get to the sales office for quite a while. We can also, if we press the X button, we kind of zoom in and out. And let's see if we... okay, let's just take it for now. If we go up these steps here, the aerial switch, and you can see 2 green herbs there. Only take those if you need them. So let's hop down off here. Let's go around these guys who are having a little snack and go through the door. Quickly run down the alley here and down these stairs. Okay, watch out for these guys. And follow that guy up the stairs. Okay, you can help him shoot the zombie if you want to, but it's a waste of bullets. See, eventually he takes care of it himself.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
Okay, so that was Brad Vickers from the STAR team. He was the helicopter pilot who airlifted everyone out at the end of Resident Evil 1. If you check this in your inventory, you'll figure out that it's actually an empty lighter and it can't be used by itself. Let's run behind the counter here. We want to grab this file. This is the first of the files. Actually, the 2 game manuals were the first 2 files, and this is the 3rd one. We actually want to pick the files up in order to unlock a hidden file at the end of the game. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 in order, and that's what I'm going to try to do throughout this walkthrough is help you pick them up in order. If we go over here and check by the register, we can find 30 handgun bullets. And in this game, you're going to find a lot of 30 handgun bullets. Interesting little Easter egg. If you actually turned around and went to the back door and tried to exit while Brad was being attacked, then the dialogue there will change. Brad will be a little bit nastier to Jill. We actually want to go back out the door we came in. So the zombies we saw down here will have moved. And back here we can see a shutter and a square hole. So that means we're going to need a square crank. Let's avoid that guy and that guy. And let's go down this way. And let's unlock the door. And let's go this way, back up the street. And we should see... Yeah, we heard them scream. Let's run past these two guys. What? It's very difficult to avoid getting grabbed in this game. Some of these guys move very quickly. Heard her scream again, so go through the door. Alright, if we go up the stairs here, we see she met her sad fate. You don't need to kill that guy, but of course you don't want to waste the ammo on him right now. So go back to this door. Instead, go down here and go through this door. You're now back in the area where Brad burst through the door. So move here and start shooting these guys. They're a little slower and a little calmer now, so it makes them a little easier to deal with. Oh, that guy's moving kind of fast. Careful with him. Alright, reload. Still got plenty of handgun bolts at this point. Let's go through this door and downstairs. There's another zombie down here. Alright, good. He fell dead when he fell. Otherwise, he might have grabbed our leg for a nipple. So we got pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. Alright, so we can get the lighter oil here. And then back here we can get the shotgun. Alright, you can actually check your weapons to get some better info about them. This is a M92F custom handmade for stars. And then if we check this, we find out it's a Benelli M3S. Sawed-off shotgun. Alright, and then combine the empty lighter with the lighter oil to get the full and usable lighter. Alright, we want to, let's see, we want to head down the way that we went before. Remember, if you took some damage, got nibbled on a couple times, there's some green herbs there. Let's head back down this way, go out the door. Nice and dead. Reload. Wow, checked it instead. Darn it. Man, he was hard to kill. Took a lot of bullets. Yeah, let's try to run past these guys. Ah! Guy got me. Now there's two more guys. Alright, so let's lead them all over here. We notice there's this red barrel here. If you press the R2 button, the trigger, actually you want to back away from a little bit, and press that, then let these zombies get over here. Oh, he's going too fast. Alright, I blew that guy up, but let's run past these guys. I'm getting hurt. Starting to lean. Having some little frame rate hiccups, not sure why that is. Anyway, if you go over here to the police car that he broke out of, and you search, you will find a gunpowder B. Alright, let's combine this here. And let's head down this way. And I think we unlocked this door, so we can go back through it. Okay, and right at the curb here, let's start shooting this guy. on bullets, but don't worry about it. Work your way up here quickly. Oh, we got up there pretty quickly, but looks like they broke through it. All right, so back up all the way down here and aim at that red barrel. Let the zombies cloister around it, but don't let them get in front of it. And there we go. We took out quite a few of them. All right, everybody's dead. So back here, there's 2 red herbs, and if you kind of move behind those red herbs and go to this corpse and search, you will find the photo A file. All right, and then go over here to this gate and examine it. You'll see it's been bound tight with rope and won't open. And the rope is soaked with oil, so open your... Wow. All right, let's combine that, and let's... We're almost out of bullets there, so let's use the lighter. And we're all good. Okay, so we want to run through this next area pretty quickly. There are 2 dogs in this area. Stick to the side and quickly get in that door on the left. Hopefully that's not a crazy maneuver for you. In here on the shelves you can find gunpowder A and gunpowder B. There are no ink ribbons at the typewriter. That's why we stored some earlier. If you want to, you can go ahead and save. I'm going to pull out my reloading tool and cancel out. And then combine this in order to make individual packs of shotgun shells and handgun bullets. And then we can combine all these together. Alright, I don't believe we'll need the lighter for a while, so we can go ahead and store our reloading tool and the lighter. And then let's go ahead and reload. And don't worry, we'll find some green herbs in a minute. Quickly run to the end and go through the gate. Alright, in this next street area, I'm going to run down here and go around this corner to show you our objective. It's locked with a simple lock. So what we want to do now is go up to the RPD, which we're getting to, and we're going to go find Jill's lockpick.
Jill!
Brad!
We've got to... Jill! Help!
No! Brad?
Okay, here we're going to have our first live selection. You've got to select quickly or you'll lose the opportunity. I am going to select Fight with the Monster, and I'll show you why. Okay, so run around him, get over to Brad's body, quickly search him to get the card case. We're going to do another loop away and lead Nemesis around and over to the doors and go in. I like that part. He's beating on the doors. Don't worry, he won't get in just yet. We got 3 green herbs here. So I'm going to grab one of those and take it, and hopefully that gets me back up to fine status. Good. Alright, let's head down the ramp. Down the stairs and up the ramp. And over here we will find another 30-pack of handgun bullets. Let's go behind the desk here. There's a typewriter, and over here on the table we can find the police station map. So yeah, we're just going to be exploring a small area of the police station. If you examine this, you could see that you could operate it if you had a STARS card. So look at the card case that you picked up from Brad and check it. And you will get the STARS card with Brad's face on it. So go ahead and examine the computer again and use the STARS card. All right, so the code today is 4011. So it's a randomly generated code. It's like typically one of 4 codes. So today's is 4011. So we're going to go in this room and start running right away. There are a bunch of zombies in here. Let's see. So I'm going to let them kind of gather up, and then I'm going to use the shotgun. There's another zombie here. And I think that should be it. If we go into the office here, we can find RPD Officer Marvin Branna. He's fatally wounded and unconscious, and he appears to be holding Marvin's report. Over here on this desk, there might be some shotgun shells here. If they're not here, then they'll be in another location, which I'll show you later, but since we found them here, I'm going to go ahead and take them and, whoops, reload my shotgun. And that is all that is in the area here. Let's go into the evidence room. Alright, if you examine this drawer up here, you can get a blue gem. If you examine it, it changes names, becomes a sapphire. Alright, notice that right here at this corner, there is another locker that's locked with a simple lock. Again, we'll need the lockpick for that. And go over here and examine this, what is it called? Evidence locker that has a red light. You'll see it has a number-based lock, so this is where we use the code we got. 401. Alright, so we get the emblem key, and if we check it in our inventory, whoop, check it, we find out it is the stars key. Alright, we got a good number of handgun bullets, so I'm going to re-equip my handgun and go out the back door here. Alright, start shooting zombies. Yeah, this guy is not bleeding. That was important. Okay, let's go down here, and there's another guy who's a little bit off camera. He can kind of jump at you. Right, he fell down. Doggone it. Ran this perfectly just a minute ago. Alright. So combine this here. Let's go into the dark room here and we'll do a little drop off. If you go up to these lockers and check them, you can get gunpowder A. There are some ink ribbons over here. We'll pick those up in a moment. Let's go over to our item chest. We're not going to need the sapphire for quite a while, so go ahead and dump it. And dump Brad's stars card. There's really no other way to get rid of it in the game. And take out the reloading tool. Combine that, and notice that we just got 17 handgun bullets instead of 15. We've already like raised our weapons making, our ammunition making level. So now we can combine that with the handguns, with the bullets. The talking is the hard today. Put the reloading tool away, and then on the back of the desk here you can get David's memo. We're still getting these in order. And then over here are the ink ribbons. And I'm going to go ahead and store those in the chest as well. Alright, let's head out here and then let's go back over here. There is the wooden door here. Go ahead and go through that. So I can hear zombie noises. So the hallway is full of zombies this time. It could be full of 2 dogs. There will either be 2 dogs or 2 zombies there. So if you didn't get Brad's card earlier, then you can come over here and examine this table, and you can find Jill's stars card. I'm going to leave it where it is for the time being. Okay, and this is the second location where the shotgun shells could be. If you did not find them in Marvin's office, they will be there. Oh, yeah, there's also some ink ribbons on the back here, but I'm going to go ahead and leave them where they are. And that's it in here, so let's see. Yeah, I don't have a lot of handgun ammo, so I'm going to equip the shotgun, and I'm going to go over here and deal with these zombies. Hopefully I can get 2 at a time. No? There we go, I got 2 that time. Alright, hopefully that is all of them. Quite a horde coming around the corner there. Used up 3 shells, and I just need to show you that At the back here, there could be 2 red herbs here. If they're not here, they will move up to the 2nd floor. Do I have room? Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and grab these 2 red herbs here since I paid such a price for them, and shotgun shells coming over here to get them. We're going to make ourselves some red-green herb compounds for later. We're going to quickly head back over here to the dark room, and we're going to put the red herbs into the chest because I can't really carry them around right now. I think actually we could probably leave the handgun and bullets, but just for safety, I'm going to go ahead and take them all with me. Let's go up the stairs. There is one zombie up here. Go ahead and ignore him. Keep going down to the end where you will encounter these guys. Ah, come on. Like, so I'm not, for some reason, I'm not able to dodge. That's again, I didn't dodge. So I'm trying to use the dodge mechanic. Now I'm aiming at the guy behind me, so Jill is not doing terribly awesome. Alright, so that's enough. We've taken out enough of those guys. Shouldn't be a problem to come back through here. Continue into the next corridor. Okay, so of course here's the STARS office, and we have the key to get in there. But if you did not find the red herbs downstairs, you will find them right here. Wow, what is my status? Wow, I am in caution mode. That's pretty bad. Alright, hopefully I'm able to survive what's going on. Fortunately, my mobility is still good. Cannot take another hit. We will use the STARS key and we can discard it. And then over here on Jill's desk, we will find the lockpick. And we know it's Jill's desk because, of course, there's her blue beret from Resident Evil 1. This over here is Chris's desk. And around the corner over here, if you examine this first aid bag in the corner, you'll find a first aid spray. I'm going to go ahead and take that. You can take a certain amount of first aid sprays without suffering in your ranking. And then if we examine this cabinet over here, we'll either get the Magnum or the grenade launcher. And we have gotten the Magnum this time, and yeah, I greatly prefer the Magnum. If you come over here, whoop, it's stuck on it, and if you examine the fax machine, you will get a fax from the Kendo gun shop. This kind of gives you some background on your custom weapon that Jill already has. And Robert Kendo, of course, was a character in Resident Evil 2. If you examine Barry's desk, you can get a box of 30 handgun bullets. And there's not much else to find in here, I don't think. You can still go over here and look at the pictures of the STARS team. Pretty sad. Reminisce, and then it's time to leave.
No! Come anyone! Our platoon is cut off! No survivors found! This is Carlos! Send in support immediately!
Okay, clearly something's going on. We are going to equip our handgun once again, and we are going to start heading out of the RPD. So remember that these guys are here. I think if you... yeah, he switches sides, so it's difficult. Just use the statue to get around him. And of course, remember that this guy... How did he know to be there? They're too smart, these guys. So you heard a window crash, right? So as you go downstairs and you move past this window, something's going to happen. Just keep on going and go through the door. Now remember, there was a locker here at the corner that is locked with a simple lock. You can use the lockpick on it, and you get a gunpowder B. So Nemesis is going to chase us through the next couple areas. Actually, just the next area. It's kind of scary. So start running. And here he comes. Just go out the door. Alright, and then go over here. So, whatever room is left in your inventory, and it shouldn't be very much at all, you might want to consider coming over here and grabbing a green herb and healing yourself with it. Maybe take the other green herb with you. Okay, let's go out of the RPD. Head out the front gates and down the street. We're now ready to proceed to the next area of Raccoon City. So do not shoot that barrel. Yeah, you want to leave it here for later. Check this dead body in the corner to get 30 handgun bullets. And the Mercenary's Diary. All right, quick file check. As you can see, we're still getting them in order. All right, let's continue on. If you go this way, you'll notice something of interest. There is a fire hose on the wall and fixed with bolts. So we'll want to find something to remove those bolts and keep in mind that it's there. Up here at this end of the alleyway, you will definitely find 2 blue herbs here, but there might also be 3 green herbs. If they're not here, then they will be at City Hall much later in the game. All right, so let's continue. In this next area, there's going to be a lot of dogs, and I'm going to run past them. Yep, just run past all of them. Go in this door right there. There's also dogs in here. So just move out to here. Taking a lot of bullets. All right. Good thing we didn't lose any status there. And we used a lot of bullets, but that's okay. So now if you check this car over here, you will find a power cable. There is an item out there that we could go back out there and get, but it will require us to use a couple of shotgun shells. It is another gunpowder B, so I think we might be good with shotgun shells at this point. So I'm going to leave it there for now because we will be coming back through this entire area and we can get it later. Notice that there's a blue herb farm right here. You can use them if they want, but only if you're poisoned. Go in the door. All right, and if you examine the desk to the side here, you will get handgun bullets, 30 of them. And then over here is a typewriter with some ink ribbons, and we have an item chest in the back here. Let's go ahead and drop off the Magnum for sure, and the power cable. We won't be using either of those. And let's keep our shotgun, but let's deposit the handgun and the bullets for a while. Let's get out our reloading tool. And let's get out our ink ribbons. And let's combine... Whoops, I chose the wrong option. God, there's a lot of text. Let's combine that with the gunpowder B to make some more shotgun shells, and then we're actually pretty good with that amount. It's an extremely powerful weapon. So then let's put our reloading tool back in here, and let's go over here and grab these ink ribbons. Now I have a whopping 9 ink ribbons, and let's go ahead and save. Alright, that's going to do it for this portion of the walkthrough. The next portion of the walkthrough has multiple paths, and so we're actually going to have to do a couple of versions of a walkthrough for that area just to show you all the possible scenarios that could occur. So if you enjoyed this walkthrough, please click the like button and consider subscribing so that you know when the next video hits the channel. Thanks for watching. My name is Dan, and have a great day.